Hello guys. Hold on. Forgot to turn on the chat here. Oh man. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm using a new microphone. I want to make sure it's all okay. I'm sure you can hear my loud keyboard. What's up, everyone? New time for the live stream, huh? It's early for me. I get up pretty late, so I'm about to have lunch delivered to me. Alright, let's get the chat up. Awesome. We got a good turnout. What is it, like 85 of us here? It's pretty good. I like that. It's a crowd, but not like... It's company, but not a crowd. I don't know. I'm trying to invent a saying. Okay, there we go. Got the live stream up now. But yeah, microphone? Microphone's good? Well, let's just get started right away, because I bet you guys want to know what we're going to do today. I'll try to make it interesting no matter what. But I thought it would be fun to let you guys vote. Since you waited to be here at the very beginning of the live stream, I'm going to set up a straw poll, and we're going to have a few options. Okay? A couple options here. Maybe I should bring up my desktop. Where is that? Got the microphone in the way now. Alright. Yeah, so we've got a few options. I'm sorry I don't remember exactly who makes certain recommendations, but someone asked me to try out Magica Voxel. I can open it up really quickly right now because it's a really small program. But basically it's this free program that gives you a giant cube, and then you can start kind of sculpting and making voxel art in that. So I thought it would be cool to maybe make something and then 3D print it. I have never really used this before, so it would definitely be a learning curve, and it would be awesome if someone out there actually used it to help me out. But there you go, so you can make kind of cool stuff. That's option number one, Magica Voxel. Let's not save that. Okay. Option number two is I've got the 3D Mate pen in the back. You guys know the 3D Mate. You probably signed up for the giveaway I just announced 2 days ago. If not, I don't know, you're crazy. Why not try to get something cool for free? But yeah, a lot of people have been commenting on that video in order to sign up for the prize, but a lot of suggestions to try to make a perfect sphere. And I was kind of thinking about it, and there's multiple ways that it could be done, and I thought of kind of interesting way. So that'd be fun to discuss and try to figure out what's the best way to make a perfect sphere. That's option number two. Option number three is, let's switch back, Sculptress. Sculptress is kind of like ZBrush. It's a sculpting software. There you go. There's my first attempt at ever using it. My buddy's Snapchat thingy thing. I don't know how to start a new one here. But anyways, it's a sculpting software, so we could try to sculpt something. I'm not very good at it, and it looks like it's kind of slow while we're live streaming. It does use a lot of computing power. So I'm not sure how well that would work, but it could still be fun to try to sculpt something. Alright, I'll leave that as that is. Sculptures, that's option number three. Let's see, what else? Alright, here's an interesting one. I'm trying to give you guys a lot of options to choose from. A lot of variety. This is an old flatbed scanner that I picked up on Craigslist, and it just doesn't work too well. The gears are kind of chunky, so it doesn't scan very clean. So I thought it would be fun to take it apart and try to make something new with it. I was thinking maybe just turning it into a handheld wand, and then you can kind of just like wipe it over things and scan them like that. Obviously it wouldn't be accurate, but it could be kind of a cool way to make artistic glitchy images. That's one. So that's the scanner teardown. And then my final option would be to do some VR modeling or sketching again, and we could use Gravity Sketch or Google Blocks. That one would be tricky because I'd have to set up the chat inside VR and I'd have to get everything set up, so it would take a little bit of time to set up. But if enough of you want to see that, shoot, we'll do it. We're here to make you guys entertained, so I'm going to go ahead and fill in the straw poll right now. So think about those options. What are we doing today? That's the name of the poll. And sorry, I'll pay attention to the chat in a bit and say, I know it's kind of crazy at the beginning, but hello everyone who said hello. Hello. Jiraj, you're new here. Welcome to the team. And thanks for the super chat. Alright, so we got the voxel art and Magica Voxel, the 3D Mate 3D pen sphere challenge. I'll just call it a challenge because that's the thing to do on YouTube, right? It's the voxel sphere challenge. 3, Sculptress. I don't know what to call that. I'll just call it Sculptress modeling. That's the one that's like digital clay, I guess. I'll call it. Hey, Yael. You've been around for a year. Awesome. Yeah, I don't remember 1 year ago. How many subscribers did I have a year ago? Probably not even half as much. I don't know. That's pretty crazy. Thanks again, guys, for helping me get to 250,000 subs. It's so cool. And yet we're still chill out here in the live streams. I know it's probably partially because I just do them randomly for now. But we did that poll in my YouTube community thing, and you guys wanted weekend live streams. So this is my first attempt. Alright, and VR Sketch is the last one. So let's create that poll, and I'm gonna go ahead and post that in the comments right now. So we're gonna try this. Everyone just slow down your comments for a second so that I can post this link and people can actually find it before it gets hidden with all the comments. I know that's kind of an impossible thing to ask, but I'm gonna post it right now, okay? Or maybe I'll post it in the description too. But anyways, straw poll is posted. How do I edit the description anyways? Here we go. So yeah, I just posted it in the comments. I'm posting it in the description right now. So now if you refresh, it should be in the descriptions. Go ahead and cast your votes. What are we doing today, guys? I've got the day free. Although, I don't know. I'm actually feeling kind of lousy. I was out being wild last night, so I'm a little bit tired. I had 144K a year ago. Yeah, so I guess I was over halfway. That ambiguous cylinder got me a lot of subscribers early on, huh? Alright, I'll give you guys plenty of time to vote. Let's just chat for a while, I guess. This is a good time to chat. If you're watching this from the future, you can just skip on through. Will Free from Hong Kong. Thanks for the super chat. Thanks for the love from Hong Kong. That's so cool. That's pretty around the world. Pretty around the world from here. Although I believe if I dug a hole straight through planet Earth, I'd probably end up somewhere in the Indian Ocean, I think. Or in India. I don't remember. I know there's a website for that. Hey everyone, how's it going? How's it going? Oh, I can pop out the chat. That's nice. Once again, I'm always learning live stream stuff. Uh-oh. No, we're still here. Hello from LA? Is that LA, Los Angeles? Because then you're only 30, 50 minutes away, which would be awesome. You got people in Europe. Mike, you want to know what I think about the JG Aurora A5? I'm going to have a review coming out pretty soon. I've had some obligations. I already have videos planned for the next 2 weeks. But probably the next video after that will be my JG Aurora A5 review. But if you've checked out my website in the last couple days, makeanything.design/favorites, I believe it's #1 on my list right now. And that's not an accident, because it's actually a really awesome printer. It's got some weird stuff going on with the touchscreen. Sometimes the buttons don't work, or the software can mess up a bit. But as far as print quality, it's great. It's got that, basically the same surface as the i3 Mega, which everything sticks to it really well. It's really great for just getting prints to work. It's got power resume, which I've used because I had the power go out. I've had a lot of things happen. That printer's pretty good. I really like it. And right now it's on sale. If you go to my website, actually, you'll find it on sale. I think it's like $380 right now. And I always tell people, you want to be willing to spend at least $400 to get a pretty solid 3D printer. Ogre Cubes. Should have made a Rubik's Cube. You know, I get a lot of requests. I bet a lot of them are from you, huh? There's a lot of cubers out there. Surprising amount of people doing the Rubik's Cube. Maybe it would be fun to do one with a 3D pen or something. I know people have already 3D printed Rubik's Cubes, and like, I know there's one guy, you probably know of him, who just does all kinds of Rubik's Cube videos, and he printed one that had like 100 faces or something. I don't know. That's wild. I'm gonna leave... Yeah, if you're just joining now, check out the description. There's a link to vote on what we're doing. I'm going to leave it a little bit longer so that we can get a good number of people and everyone can make their vote. I haven't even checked yet, so it'll be exciting. Now, asking me to do a backflip again. Everyone wants to see a backflip. I'm not going to do a backflip in my room. I haven't even done a backflip in general all year. 2018 has been backflip free for me. Maybe that should change. Maybe I should have made that one of the voting options. I'll just do a backflip and that's it. End of stream. Design your face. You know, if we do Sculptress, maybe I could try to model myself. I'm sure it would turn out terrible, but that'd be fun to try. I mean, maybe not terrible. Maybe decent. If we pick any of those, if we pick something that's not completely defined yet, then we can do another straw poll to decide exactly what I'll be making. The scanner one, we'll probably just take it apart first and see what parts we have to work with. But I think the scanner wand would be cool for that one. The sphere is obviously a sphere, but we can vote on what way to do it, and everything else is kind of open, so. Yeah, we'll be making stuff soon. Oh, you have to leave already? Sucks to show up and have to leave so soon. 40 votes? Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how it works. You gotta vote, guys. Vote in the stream and vote in your country. If you live in a democracy, voting is good. Alright. R2 3D prints, can you please do a competition like the one on my mini factory where you give away a spool of filament this week. Some people consider Sunday the end of the week, other people say it's the beginning of the week. I guess if this is the beginning of the week, this week I'll be announcing a competition with my mini factory. Hopefully, if everything works out. There's still some things that need to happen, but competition should be coming up with a very cool prize. Very cool. Thanks again for the tip, Yael. Is that how it's pronounced? Yael? I knew another Yael, so I figure it's pronounced the same way. The VR icon for Gravity Sketch. Oh, sorry for leaving it on this screen. I should have switched. But yeah, it's the MSN butterfly. Old school. Because Gravity Sketch doesn't have an icon. Or at least it didn't on my computer. and that butterfly was the most virtual reality thing I could find on the list of default Microsoft icons. Alright, one more time. I know few people just joined. Check out the description. We got a poll for what we're going to vote on. In about like 2 minutes, I'm actually going to open it up and see what we've got. I know you guys can check it. You already know probably what's winning. But I'm excited. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it until the moment that I open it up, just for drama. It's going to be fun no matter what. I think they were all cool options. A lot of variety. It's also an interesting way for me to figure out what you guys find interesting. So even if we don't end up doing something this time, maybe second place vote turns into a video, or the next week's live stream, something like that. I don't know. I know a lot of people probably think I should not do live streams and just do more videos, but I like switching things up. And honestly, like 1 video a week is plenty for me. I'm probably putting out 2 videos this week, and I'm doing the live stream. So, no complaints, please. Criticism is okay. Alright. I'm ready. I am going to view the results. I'm viewing them on my other computer, so I can't cast them on here, unfortunately. Jeremy, thanks for the tip. Taco Cat spelled backwards is Taco Cat. I never thought of that. But then again, I never thought about Taco Cats. But that's really cool. Palindromes are fun. If you're a fan of palindromes, you should definitely watch Dimitri Martin's comedy, because he wrote a whole poem, like a long poem that's an entire palindrome, like all the way through. Hundreds of words or something. That's some of the most impressive writing I've ever seen. So thanks for bringing up palindromes, Jeremy. Alright, so the results say Scanner Teardown is the winner. Oh, we got a guest. Come in. Hey, bring me my food. Please.
Okay, girl.
You guys know Natalie. Rasmus, thank you. What do I think of the TiVo Tornado after using it? It's been great. I actually haven't used it so much lately because when I put the glass on, if you guys remember my review, I just took glass from a picture frame and used that as the glass for the print bed. And it's got some kind of weird treatment, so it doesn't stick as well as the glass for like my CR10. And I've been waiting to create a model or something to hold the CR10 glass onto the TiVo Tornado, since the bed is built a little differently. But it always printed great. I think it's still a great printer. I did have to open up the control box and turn a little potentiometer to fix a skip in the Y direction because the motor was underpowered. So for some people that might be tricky, but after I did that, flawless prints pretty much. Alright, I'm gonna eat a burrito. Maybe I should turn out the volume. Okay, so we're gonna tear apart the scanner. Looks like that's what we all want to do, which is awesome. Magica Voxel got close, so maybe we'll save that for another time. I can eat in here. I saved a little portion of table for you. They're the same, right?
Yeah, they're both the same.
Sorry guys if this is rude, but I have not had lunch or breakfast. But I can't exactly tear down a scanner while I'm eating a burrito, can I? Well, so maybe we'll open Magica Voxel. Since that was second place, while I eat my burrito, we're gonna open up Magica Voxel for a while. Because I can kind of do that at the same time and just mess around and learn how to use it at least, so in the future I can actually use it.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. It was kind of a spontaneous live stream of sorts. I know I thought about doing it on weekends, but can we just appreciate this small child-sized California burrito?
It's not even small.
It is this. the size of a small child, I said.
Oh.
Okay. I'm gonna turn down the volume too for you guys, so you don't hear me munching away too much.
ASMR.
Toasty. Is that what people are saying?
Yeah, does anybody want an ASMR?
Where'd my chat go? Everyone still wants me to do a backflip. I don't remember how that started.
I don't know if there is there evidence of you doing a backflip.
I might have mentioned it.
I don't know. Definitely one of the most physically impressive things you've ever done. To me, anyway.
Eating this burrito is the most physically impressive thing. Okay. Has anyone actually used this software before? Someone recommended it to me and I opened it up and thought it's super cool, or at least I saw some examples. I played around with it for maybe 5 minutes max. So I'm kind of glad we're doing the scanner thing because I actually know how to take things apart. That's something I've been doing my whole life. We got people in Tokyo, NorCal. Oh no, that's Norco next to Riverside. Sure, I don't know.
Oh my gosh, Melanie, if you weren't in Sweden, I'd probably bring you a burrito. Oh, that's very nice. How young are you? Shoot.
You or me?
Probably me if they're using young instead of old. Probably me.
What should I make out of this cube, guys? What's something I can make pretty quickly? Maybe like a tree or some kind of building. Alejandro, as far as a video learning how to calibrate a printer, I guess I could do that, but honestly I like to leave that stuff to the other 3D printing channels who deal more with the technical aspect of 3D printers. Of course, I want to be like cover everything, but Maker's Muse and Joel at 3D Printing and then lots of other smaller channels, they do a great job of going over the real technical stuff. Tom as well. Tom's 3D Printing. So I would suggest checking out their videos before I do mine. Do. Why are so many people obsessed with Rubik's Cubes? Is it making a comeback? Is it like the new fidget spinner?
It's always been cool.
What about yo-yos, guys? You remember those? This is a steamy burrito. Make a face. I need to do something easy. I can't make a face out of voxel. Well, let's see. There's the box mode, face mode, which is not for making faces. You just grab individual faces, I think. Let's see. Oh, you click and it takes it away. Or I can do attach and click and it'll add. Oh. Let's see what else there is. Line mode. That seems pretty straightforward. So if I wanted to like do a border, I could do it like that. See, that's what I like about this. Even when I tried it for 3 minutes, I kind of started to understand it right away. Man, this burrito's so good.
I know.
Get a Rocketbook, which is a reusable notebook. Is that like one of the ones that saves it digitally? Design a yo-yo. A yo-jo. I think you meant yo-yo. This is boring, huh? I haven't made anything.
You're so bored.
Oh, it got spicy. You guys can watch me sweat. Wait, how do I do the voxel sphere? I know you can switch to from a cube to a... There we go. 2D, 3D. Boom. So if you want me to create Earth, there we go. Maybe we're just making some kind of a semi-abstract sculpture. What? Oh, I'm too quiet? It's because I turned down the mic. Because I thought it'd be chewing, but hey.
Everybody wants a YouTube buddy.
This is kind of cool. Subtracting the sphere from the sphere. But I wish I could get more detailed, even though I guess the fun in it is that you have to deal with what you're given. What's center mode? Maybe this is some kind of an alien. Let's do some painting. There's like this explosion, there's a crater, there's aliens. Face mode. There we go. Bop. Bop. Radioactivity. Everyone knows neon green is the universal color for radioactive things. There's not a good orange on here. Yeah, I'm just messing around right now, but we will tear apart the scanner. Oh wait, I messed up. Oh no, it's not working the way I expected. Alright, we're just gonna do a tree here. No, don't erase. Attach. Maybe a small cube. Boop. How cute. So you can kind of build up on it like that. Basically wherever you drop a point, that'll be the center of the sphere, it seems.
I'm going into a food coma.
I know, it's hard to like keep up a live stream while this burrito is so delicious. This is a lopsided tree, but you know what? That's called nature.
Lopsided trees are called nature.
Yes. Look at those delicious fruits. Ooh.
Oh, everybody's saying you're still too quiet.
Okay. Input volume. Boop, boop, boop. It's about to get loud in here, people.
Stop.
Let me see your hands.
No. You can't see their hands.
They can send little text hands.
Just spam the chat with hands.
This is already confusing for me. There we go.
Let me see. There's so many hands.
There's a lot of variations of hand emojis. Is the volume better now?
Emma.
I don't know if I should put you on timeout for that. I'll allow it though.
Oh. So many hands.
Can I just drag along this and draw? Oh yeah. So that would make it easy to like do earth pattern. How does the pattern work? It doesn't. How do you do the pattern? I don't know. Let's do voxel mode again. Whoops.
You could say that this chat is getting out of hand. The worst. I'm sorry.
No, that was pretty good. Oh, I wish I could. I wish there's a way to just make sure only the sphere gets painted. I don't want to get my tree white. Yeah, I'm not going to print this. I'm just messing around right now. I'm eating my burrito. Then we're going to tear apart a scanner and make something cool. Even though that's another thing like the 3D, like the camera rig we did last live stream, where I'm not going to have time to actually print it out and have it fully operational. But I'll have to make a video about it, a follow-up video.
Everybody's enabling me for that terrible joke. Not everybody. There's a few people. I'm sorry.
You don't give yourself enough credit for those terrible jokes. Oh no. My tree is turning white. I wonder if you could export this with the color and everything and then like use shapeways or something to actually print it out with all the color. That'd be really cool. Thank you guys for coming up with an explanation for what I'm doing, since I have none. Hey, there we go. That's pretty... It wasn't too tough to just paint the sphere. You gotta do a little bit of cleanup, but as long as you remember the colors. I know there's a way to select colors. I just don't know what it is. Like an eyedropper tool. There's a box select, move, pick voxel color. There we go. So I can just click and pick. There we go. Oh, I missed again. I'm glad you guys can entertain each other while I'm eating. I like the community going on in the live chat. You guys are cool. I can't hold Alt when I'm holding a burrito. But thanks for the tip. In the future that'll be useful. Uh-oh, it's turning into BB-8. It's kind of tough. You gotta work your way around. Oh, it didn't actually color everything, though. I don't entirely understand how this works. Oh! Oh my. Oh no, that's right. It's just weird. Trying not to burp on live stream. Whoops. Yeah, I think this thing would be fun to just make abstract patterns. It would definitely make some cool stuff to print. But pretty much everything has overhangs. I could print out the sphere without support material, but the tree would obviously need some, because it just juts straight out. Although I think there's a way to change it so that it's not perfect cubes, but it kind of gets the woo, you know? The woo. But check this out. This is what's cool, is it has built-in rendering, and you can like select a material. I don't know how. Probably the alt click. But you can turn it into like glass or light. See now this, boom. Every time you move it starts rendering again, but if I just stop, now that turns into glass. And then maybe I can select the apples here and turn those into lights. Oh no, I don't know how to switch. Do I have to do the alt click again? Ugh, with the burrito. There we go. Now you can see there's some red here, the reflection from the apples. Oh snap. That makes it look really cool. I like light effects.
Oh wow.
And I thought there was some depth of field earlier. I don't know what happened. It went away. Print a burrito holder. Genius. One day, 3D printers will be that fast where I'll be like holding a burrito. Halfway through, I'll decide I need a burrito holder.
And pours the salsa, squeezes the lime.
I made a mess, but I'm almost done. Thanks, Mom.
No.
Diffuse metal. Oh, so it can't be a light and a metal. But that's cool, it becomes reflective. So how about we keep these as lights? We take the floor and make that a metal. Then it's going to be crazy reflective. Maybe I should turn down the light. Total power. I don't know. Yeah, so even beyond 3D printing, you can make some really cool stuff with this. I'm already liking these reflections. So you could actually just use the metal setting and maybe make water or something. And it would look really cool. Might have to do this once I learn a little bit more and do an actual live stream about it. But for today, we're tearing apart a scanner. I'm done with this. Here's some more salsa for you.
It's too much for me.
I know. Alright. Do I have screwdrivers? I do have some screwdrivers. Thanks for my pegboard. I've got everything I need. Let's take a look down for a second. Here's the scanner. Here's my 90s mouse. I'm pretty sure this is from the 90s or something. Make some room here. We're not going to need my drawing tablet for this one, so I can get rid of that. It's nice, clean working space. Let's light this up. So we're just going to tear this apart. Maybe I'll even plug it in so we can kind of mess with it while we're tearing it apart. As far as I know, USB can only supply something like 5 volts of electricity, so I should be safe. Otherwise, you know, if I have to go, a scanner electrocution on LiveStream would be pretty cool.
What?
Okay. So, let's see if we can get this thing to run first of all. But
oh no, I'm in.
My software is on a different computer, the same one I'm looking at this live stream with, so it's gonna be hard to show you guys exactly what I'm doing. Oh, there we go. Let's do a grid so I can show you that it's a little bit inaccurate. It's setting up. I need to get multiple cameras too. Gotta keep my pretty face in the shot. Alright, so it does work. Let's see how much we can take this apart and still have it work. That'll be fun. And I'm just gonna point my camera, I'm gonna be super ghetto and point my camera at the screen of my other computer so you guys can see what it looks like. It looks okay, but it's doing some weird rainbow effects. Just a minute. It's pretty slow too. But that should be good. If we turn this into a wand where we can kind of like move it, it's probably better if it's slow. You know what? It's not terrible. There you go. It actually looks like a decent scan. But we're still gonna tear it apart. I have another scanner. It's all good. I think it was just a problem with the color accuracy. Oh yeah, let's keep it pointing down here. And let me open up the chat again. So many screens. I need like 5 monitors, and then I'll finally have enough. They're starting rumors that you're my child.
Oh, really?
Okay, so
Quite the scandal.
we're gonna start by, oh look at that, it's good. I've never really messed around with this thing too much, but first thing we gotta do is find out where the screws are, and I have a feeling at the bottom, sometimes they're hidden underneath feet or something. This actually is, they've done a good job here of hiding any signs of sticking this together. There's some weird panels that I'm not exactly sure what those are about. Tricky, tricky. I'm gonna go ahead and get my screwdrivers. I got these. I got a bigger one over here. Maybe I could print on this glass. I should save it. I'm gonna try to tear these little nubbins off and see if there's anything under that. I might just have to pry it apart. It might be all clipped together. Take the power cord off? It's low power. I'm keeping the power on. No, it's a USB device, so it's not plugged into the wall or anything. There should be no serious risks. Except for maybe shining a bright light in my eye. Okay, I can't really get closer with the camera, so I hope the quality is decent. I did manage to pry this up a little bit already. I think it might be a destructive thing. Sometimes it's cool to be able to take things apart and put it back together. This one will not be coming back together.
What is
I think it's just, yeah, it's just glued down. It's got an adhesive tape. So I don't think they made this to not be repaired or anything. Yeah, so it's just like literally double-sided. This is like the Japanese double-sided tape that I use to stick up the Make Anything logo on the wall. If you guys watch the video on that, you'll know what this stuff is. I just call it blue Japanese tape. So that works. Let's go ahead and get the other side.
I'm bringing up the fact that you...
Yeah, I've done some dumb things. This is not the dumbest thing I've done. Oh, the camera. Natalie, you're supposed to be my director. Keep things looking pretty.
I'm a passive bystander. So if anything goes wrong, I don't know, I guess I'll watch.
You're just gonna watch as this live stream falls to pieces. I think everything's just pasted down. How silly. How silly, silly, silly. This is real glass, so that's good.
We'll be careful.
Moving around a bit.
You probably should be wearing gloves too. Beep beep, safety please.
I got it. The glass is gone. Boom. No more glass.
Thanks.
So let's try running a scan now and see what happens. Scan the scanner. Okay. I'm gonna scan my face.
No, don't do that.
Yes.
Damn it. Please don't.
I'll close my eyes.
Oh my god.
It's my beauty shot. Mm.
You're too close.
No, that's good.
Devin.
It's not the first time in history someone scanned their face.
Oh, that looks terrifying.
Mm.
Oh my god. That's terrifying.
You ready? There we go.
No.
That is good. This is gonna be a great project, guys. Thanks for voting on this. I'm excited now. For some reason, it's like mostly black and white, and then only the parts that are closest got the color. It's almost like it has rods and cones, kind of like our eyes, where it can only get a certain... Oh, this thing swivels. Okay. This is easier.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, there's image number 1. It's just a preview, but maybe I should save it.
You look like you're virtually trapped.
I know. I'm trapped inside this machine.
Oh no.
Cool. Okay. So now we just have to keep taking this apart and being very careful not to mess with the ribbon wires or anything. I think we're just going to take it off of the rail. We're literally just going to have this light bar that we're going to be able to pass over things and scan them. Or maybe we can keep the motor and maybe convert them into wheels so it just like rolls. Maybe it'll drive itself over a page of paper or something. That would be kind of cool. I can just pull this. Alright, this is so cool actually. So, the way this works is it's got this cable, but the cable is wrapped with another thinner cable, and that turns it into a gear, into a worm gear. So when this turns, it pulls the piece. I can kind of turn it by hand here, but it's not very easy, but basically that little tiny wire spins, and that's what drives this. And we'll see the gears. Actually, we can take it apart right now. Ooh. There's gonna be a lot of crazy camera actions in this live stream because I'm using my one camera and dragging it all over the place. But let's see if I can just pull this off. Sorry. Like I said, crazy camera today. This is a wacky live stream. How is it in it? Oh, it's got like... I can't show it to you guys, but it basically bends around here to give it tension. So I'm just gonna pull it off of the gear. There we go.
Oh, wait.
Wait, maybe this wasn't turning. It's connected to a spring.
on.
And that side is connected. This side comes off. It looks like. What did we lose? A little random thing. Yeah, this is not coming back together. So I imagine we're just... Oh, I see. This doesn't move. The gear on this part turns, and that drives it along this worm gear wire. That's pretty cool. I've never seen this kind of a wire being used as a gear. Alright, we've already got it off. I can already drag this, move this, and scan something. Do you want to scan your face, Natalie?
Huh? Not really.
Ooh.
Are you gonna just wave it?
Oh, there's a spring missing. I'm gonna get that spring out. Wave it? No, I'm gonna try to move it slowly to get a semi-good scan. I'm pretty worried about this ribbon cable. It's kind of fragile. We got buttons here that I don't think we need anymore. Those are to control things. Oh, there's a scan button. Will that work if I just press this button? Will it?
Try it out.
I don't know if it works with the software I'm using. I guess not. So I'm just gonna have to manually move things. But let's turn it on. Let's just take a look at how these gears move when I turn it on. It's probably pretty straightforward, but this is actually, I took a college course and I took apart a scanner just like this, but I actually had to put it back together. But at our center, we had to explain what every single part does and what they're called. Alright, it's trying to focus on me. Whoop. So let's run this a few more times and see how the gears work and see what we can do with it.
Oh my god. Wait, are you saving that or no?
I saved it. Just a preview. I would have to... I'm just gonna scan my fingers. Oh, see, now it's not doing anything. It might realize that it's dead. It might have some kind of a safety mechanism. I really like the rainbow light, though. Do you guys see that? If anything, we can make a disco light. Oh, it's probably... I wonder if it has a sensor to know when it's reached the end. Or if that's just based on... I feel like I'm getting a slight electric shock right now.
Put it down! Yeah, then.
Let's see if it just keeps moving, though. Yeah, this is taking... I think it's been going for a while. So it has some kind of trigger, some kind of button or limiter switch that would normally tell it that it's reached the end. I don't know where that is.
Have you tried putting back that little piece in?
Oh, I don't know where that piece flew out from.
Well, there's two pieces.
Yeah, I don't know where either of them come from. I'm just gonna blind you guys. But yeah, see if we move it, it turns into a rainbow stick. Maybe we could take some really cool long exposure photos with it. I do have some USB extension cords which would help us get some range out of this. Okay,
Somebody said maybe a rotary encoder.
I was thinking so, but it's not stopping, so it must have some kind of a physical switch that would normally tell it when it's reached the end.
And then they said the stop button should be attached to the scanner's main body.
There's only a little tiny circuit board right here, and there's nothing. There's the connection to the ribbon cable and the USB connection. I think everything's built into this part right here. What if we try to stick it back on the rail?
Oh boy.
Don't mind the noise. I'll just stop it for now. Oh wait, it started scanning. It just started scanning once it was this way. So I guess it can detect when it's up.
Or upside down.
Interesting. But it's still going. So I do not know what these little tiny pieces do. And I don't know if I can string this back into place. Oh. This live stream's gonna be a disaster.
Well, a few pieces already fell out. So.
Alright, well let's just pretend it's connected.
Wow.
Wait a minute. Stop. Oh wait! Oh, maybe it's a button that... It should be... There. Something's switching on that side. What is it, though? I don't know. Oh, I found it. I found it. Very interesting. See, I'm not an engineer. Someone probably would have discovered this quicker. But this right here is an optical limit switch, I believe. From what I know from the 3D printers I've dealt with. Or not optical. It's not optical, but there's when it reaches the end, a little piece of metal goes in between these two beams, so it must be breaking some kind of signal. Interesting. And we did get a little bit of a scan going once I turned it right side up, so all hope is not lost yet. If you're just joining this stream, I'm not even going to try to explain what we're doing.
Is it educational?
This is educational. This is how you learn, guys. You just tear things apart. That's how I learned. A lot.
Tinkering.
Alright.
Very good.
So now I'm going to try to do it manually again. I'm going to start the preview scan here. And start moving. Yeah, and it's scanning. So let's just do the screwdriver. I don't know if it bases it on how it's moving or just on time. Boop. And then it comes back. Doop.
I wonder if so if you put the light over it with the gels, if it would change the background color a little bit. More surreal.
There's our screwdrivers. So basically, they're really short, and that's because I was moving it faster than it would normally move. So it's built into the software or in the scanner. It assumes that it's moving at a certain speed. So I can go really slow and stretch things out, or go really fast and make things look tiny. There's no way I'm getting an accurate scan out of this anymore. It's purely going to be like some kind of weird artistic thing. Yeah, tearing Nerf guns apart. MKFG Gamer. I did that too. That's a good way to learn. Tear your toys apart, kids.
I just
Your
cut
parents,
my
don't tell them it was my suggestion.
Barbie's hair off. Does that count?
You didn't have a Barbie's Jeep to take apart? Okay, so let's go ahead and take this apart a little bit more now that we're starting to figure it out. Maybe if I do 3D print things for this, I can build my own switch that you press there and it blocks this little thing with the piece of metal. Or we could try it again to see if it needs to be metal. Maybe it'll be plastic and I can just block that. We can learn more about this switch. Does anyone know what kind of switch this is? A little piece of metal goes in between the two. I'm not sure if there's maybe a little electrical signal that gets blocked or a magnetic thing. I don't know what parts I shouldn't be touching.
Gloves.
Gloves would be a good idea.
Rub like gloves.
It stopped for a second. Oh, that's how it knows to start and to stop. I wish I had maybe I should install the software on the computer so I can show live.
There's some suggestions.
Yeah, you're supposed to be helping out.
Oh, am I? I don't know how much I can talk. Alright, so somebody said Hall effect sensor. I'm sorry, fifth string. I can't pronounce that and I'm too embarrassed to try.
Well, there's a really loud scanning noise going on right now. Alright. So this Hall effect sensor, is that what it is? Let me look at it.
He also suggested a
photodiode?
Yeah. An emitter?
No, there's no light going on, so it's not a that's what I thought originally. That's how the Palette Plus works. That's how yeah, if you guys know the Palette Plus, it senses when filament has reached a certain point inside of the machine by using a photodiode, but this is not. Hall effect sensor. I think you might be right. Although it looks different. No. Based on the magnetic field. It doesn't look the same though, from what I'm looking up. definitely something to do with the electrical. That's true, it could be infrared, but it just looks so simple, but who knows? It's got 3 points on each side.
It is an opto switch.
Maybe it is.
Infrared.
That's kind of what I was originally thinking. An optical switch, maybe that is. Sometimes the obvious answer is the correct answer.
Yeah, I don't know.
Optical switch. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. So that's cool. That means I can maybe build in a switch that's 3D printed. Well, actually, an easier way to test it is to use something plastic instead of this metal screwdriver.
Yeah.
So I have a guitar pick.
Somebody said that earlier, but I failed to actually say it out loud. But
Wait, now it started on its own, but... Oh, I don't know.
I like that
It's not
Daniel,
responding.
he is unmaking.
No, it has to be metal. So it's not optical.
Okay.
Geez, this sound. But that's just this. Once I take the gears out, the sound will go away. This is gonna be cool though.
I really like it.
It's gonna be able to make some cool things. Just watch my live art. There we go, and then I cut it off again so that it thinks that it returned back to the beginning. Alright, so it does have to be metal.
So then somebody said if it's metal, then it is Hall effect.
Hall effect sensor.
Alright.
I'll take your word for it, unless anyone disputes that. Good work, team. That was fun. Yeah, see, I never knew about that, so. I told you, you learn things by taking things apart.
Well, I mean, the only reason we're learning anything is through the group chat.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave this gear here. Oops, camera. Brr.
Oh my god.
I know.
You
Sorry.
should just 3D print a stand for your webcam. Yeah.
So, this is the little motor that drives this spur gear, that drives a worm gear, that turns this thing. I'm gonna keep all of these gears even though that's making the annoying noise. These wheels aren't doing anything. So I think this whole thing, we're gonna leave it as is, besides maybe modeling some things to 3D print onto it. But let's just go ahead and focus on removing the rest of the scanner. So yeah, and maybe, I'll just keep pointing. I was debating installing the scanning software on the other computer so it's a little easier for me to show you guys, but I think that would be too boring.
Somebody mentioned, is the metal shortening it at the end or turn it off? What is it?
The metal sensor is used twice. Basically, it's at this end of the scanner, so it tells it that it's in the correct position to start, and that starts it moving, and then it'll do the scan based on the speed that it thinks it's going, and it'll scan over to when it would reach this end. But then it needs to move back to this side, and that's when the sensor tells it again that it's reached the end. So it's a limiting switch, same as the 3D printer would have. Okay, so these are magnets. I bet you guys know what these work. And there's some smart kids there that know why they wrap magnets around the cable. I forgot why. Why they wrap magnets around the cable. Something about electromagnetic
That's what I
interference. But I'm gonna keep those at where they are. I'll keep those where they are because they probably don't want to get too close to this thing. And then, yeah, we've got the circuit board. I'll show you what's on this scanner. This is super simple, all of this. There's just a little circuit board that's the ribbon cable and the USB connection. Then over here there's the buttons, but they're just pieces of plastic that hit the buttons that are actually on the scanner. So this is the whole computer, or the brains of the scanner. The computer is the computer, obviously, but this is what does the work on the scanner. Everything here is just things that hold everything in place.
Oh Oh my gosh. That's funny.
Alright.
Somebody, Samuel said, I think it's Thoride core? I don't think I'm saying that right. Bop. And then also somebody wants to see
Thoride core.
Bop and Bop.
What? Why would you say that?
I didn't say anything.
Okay. In order to take this sensor out, maybe we have to destroy this. Or just take off these panels. These look fake. I don't know if these are actually connected.
Careful.
This stuff right here, there's little panels, but they're fake.
Fake panels?
I don't know. It's probably not fake. There's some reason for everything. That's what you'll learn when you take things apart. Everything has a reason. If it's designed well. We'll take this out.
So wait, what is this?
That's the track that it rides along, basically. The gear pulls it along that track. We got a nice lead. Or this could be used for building a 3D printer too. It's not a lead screw. I forget what it's called. A linear rail. Linear rod. Okay. I'm just trying to... It's hard to figure out how to get in here without destroying it. Maybe you could just pull it out. It's a little wiggly.
Oh my gosh, people are popping off right now. Hold on.
They're like, stop what you're doing! Gotta get this door off somehow. Alright, I'm about to use brute force, which I said I wouldn't, but... Shield your eyes!
I'm trying. You only see once.
Alright.
What's up?
I need my trash can. Can you bring that around here? You can set that down back there too if you don't want it on your lap.
I'm just wearing garbage right now. It's a fashion statement. Wow.
I like this thing. It's soft.
Yeah. Oh.
Welcome everyone to the wildest live stream. Not wild, just, I don't know. Pretty disorganized. You guys having fun? Do you regret your vote? I promise it'll turn into something really cool.
Eventually.
Well, I can't promise. It might literally just break and that would be sad. That's why I'm trying to be careful here for you guys. How is this connected? It's probably just stuck into place with adhesive again. Gotta be careful with this, I say, as I'm not careful with it.
Do you need help?
Maybe we need to bop this out.
Bop it?
Just bop it.
Just bop it.
No. I do have clippers, but they'd probably break. I do have pliers. Yeah. More brute force, guys. Just to do it the quick way. And then afterwards we can find out how it should have been done.
Can you at least wear goggles?
I close my eyes.
No, it's like, no, that's not.
My eyelids are my safety goggles.
Oh, okay.
It's working.
The plastic's really soft.
Yes, there should be markings on here. They're all hidden under the rail, but every manufactured piece of plastic has a marking that indicates the plastic, and it's also dated so that you know which run it was. In case they start getting a bunch of defects, they'll know when it was being manufactured and can try to figure out what went wrong.
Whose fault it was?
Do the recall correctly and... Still just wiggling.
Oh, I really like this comment. Your ad said safety squints enabled. It's it reminds me of oh gosh. I can't remember.
We're making progress. Eating away at this.
Eyelids are immune to sharp things.
Yes.
That's good.
I'm also turning my head, okay, so I'm taking multiple safety precautions here.
Yeah.
No, guys, wear safety goggles. Always. Just your whole life.
Pretty much, if Devin's doing it, don't. Just don't.
It's a good piece of advice. Don't do what I do. Except make anything. Alright, yeah, it looks like there's a plastic clip. So maybe I could pry these two pieces of plastic apart and that would allow me to pull it out. At this point, I think I should just break them.
Here it goes. Where are your goggles, Devin?
Boop. There we go. We're so close. Oh.
I mean, if you had gardening shears, this would be pretty easy.
There's just a little pin holding it into place. There we go.
Okay.
Just had these little tabs. So they're not made to come back out. If I knew that, which I'm sure people would have, I could have slid a thin piece of metal or something, or 2 screwdrivers from this direction and pressed the tabs out. So if I was a repair guy, that's probably how I would do it, and not like that. But hey, there we go. That's always the most satisfying part, when you get rid of the big thing and you're left with just the little parts you need. This reminds me of my laser pen. When I had this giant laser engraver and I was left with just 2 little parts like this. So this is basically, it is what it is. We can mess around with it a bit, but from here on out we might open up Fusion 360 and start modeling. Start making a shell for this thing to encase it, and a button to turn it on and off. But that's pretty much it. Straightforward.
I'm stuck.
Why?
What?
Why would you do that?
What do you mean? I hope. No, I got.
Okay, so I'm gonna go. Let's put away the destruction tools. Wow. Can you put that in a case, please?
No. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I think now, let's see, can I do this? Yes. I'm gonna move my computer here so we can watch as it scans. That kind of works. What do you guys think about the wheel, though? Should I turn that into a... Should I convert that into something? Should I have it move itself across the table? Or should I just get rid of that and just forget about the motor? And just hold it by hand? I don't know. I don't know if it wasn't working upside down. We'll see. We'll try some. We're going to just mess around with it for a while to see what we can do and what it won't let us do. Plugging it in.
Plug it in, plug it in.
Alright. I wish the scan button on here worked, but it doesn't, so we're just going to have to start the scan on the computer. What if I scan you guys? Everyone get really close to your computer screen. And I'll scan you.
Prepare for radiation.
Oh, I needed that screwdriver. I forgot that's how we were starting.
I can get it out. I have 2 hands. Hold on.
Okay,
Bang.
Okay, so now we can trigger it. Beep. Or? Why ain't it triggering?
So it said maybe a tilt sensor somewhere.
But that would be a little overcomplicated. Did I kill something? I mean, I haven't been discharging myself of static electricity, but I didn't think it would be a problem. There's no carpet in here. Well, that stinks.
You destroyed it.
I don't know. Maybe. The application is not responding, so maybe it's just the program. That happens sometimes too.
But what changed?
Oh no, sometimes it just stops working. This is a very old software. It was made to run on like Windows 98 or something. So let me just unplug it and replug it in. I'm counting on that. I think hope is not yet lost.
Yep, this mirror is disappointed in your lack of safety, Devin.
There we go. So let's just go ahead and boop. Scan my face again.
It's so scary. Oh no! What is that? Who are you?
I never thought I could look so beautiful. New profile pic, guys? What do you think? I went a little bit too slow on that one.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, you look like you have pulses and...
Alright, cool. Let's just try really quickly if it does work upside down. It does have this, it does tilt. So that might be a tilt sensor. I don't know why else it would tilt like that. Let's try it upside down and see what happens.
Just won't work.
Oh yeah. Well, only at the beginning. So it has to start, it checks for a tilt at the beginning, but if you tilt it afterwards, that's fine. I don't know where the screwdriver went. Now I can turn it upside down. And it's working. I hope I'm not like giving myself excess radiation.
I wonder why it's doing that now. You see where the lightest parts are turning really dark?
That's just where I'm touching it.
Oh, okay.
So it turns dark again. When I print, I'll print a thing, a little spacer for it, so that I can't quite touch it. That's a gross looking hand. Ooh. Boop. So I'm probably going to use one of these screw bits for my 3D printed part as the metal thing that interacts with the sensor. Because I don't use all of these. There's some weird, the hex screws I don't need. Okay, so what have we learned? It has a tilt sensor, which I found impressive. I don't know why they thought that was necessary really, but I guess it would normally ruin the scanner or something. Interesting. And I mean, we could tear this apart further. These actually work pretty interesting. Like I told you, I've taken them apart before, and there's a long prism in here. So the light is actually shining from the side, and then that gets refracted upwards so that I can scan and be super thin. But I guess it wouldn't really make a difference for what we're doing. I say we keep it as is. Alright, y'all. Let's start designing. The question is, do I want... Bless you.
Thanks. Blessed.
I don't know if I need to keep these magnets on here. I think it's a safety precaution that's not entirely necessary. Well, it would be hard to take them off anyways. But I want to compact this all into... Like, this ribbon isn't necessary anymore, because it's not moving like that. I'm going to be holding the whole thing. So I can kind of smush these all together, or hide the wire behind it or something. And I'll probably glue this down so that the tilt sensor doesn't work anymore. Let's see if I just hold it down. I think that's the tilt. mechanism that's sensing it. So if I just hold it down or tape it down with that Japanese double stick, it should work no problem. Yeah. So we got that. We'll have a little driver thing that goes like that to start it. Then you can scan, it'll do its thing, and then we'll stop it again. Ready for the light show? Cool.
Yeah, it's a really cool light animated photos with this.
Yeah. Wow. I'm glad it works, guys. I have hope.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. Sure.
Y'all stoked? If you're stoked, let me see your hands. Okay. Takes a while. There's a bit of a delay.
Yep.
There will be hands. I know somebody's stoked. Okay, calipers. We need my calipers. Normally what I would do now is kind of sketch things out. Well, it depends. I think for this I would probably sketch things out, but it's going to be hard for me to do that. What I'm going to do, point it at a mirror. I think it would explode. We'll do all kinds of tests with it once this thing is built. But for now, what I'm going to do next is model this roughly. Very roughly, I'm going to model this in Fusion 360. And then I can use that to build around it. So basically all you need for this is Fusion 360, which you can get for free. These calipers, I think they were 13 bucks. Most used tool when it comes to 3D printing and designing functional parts. Sorry, it's tough to check the chat. It's not that I don't bother with it, but I think it wouldn't be so exciting if I was just sitting here staring at the chat for too long. So I try to glance every now and again. When I had the scanner thing open, I wasn't able to look at it. What am I building? I don't know. What do we call it, guys? We need to come up with a name for this thing. Like, I could call it a handheld scanner, but that doesn't really... It's more than that. What are you doing?
What do you mean?
Okay. Let's start modeling this out. I guess I'll point down here so you guys can see what I'm doing with that. And then I'll open up my screen.
Do you want me to read questions if they're...
Yeah, if you see anything interesting, you can be kind of a chat moderator.
Alright, how old are you, Devin?
Is that a question?
Yeah.
It's not the most interesting question, but I'm 26. Yeah, help me find a photo scanner car. Oh, am I? Yeah, am I doing the wheel thing? I guess I might as well try. This is a very small gear.
The Scantron. Wow.
There's already something called the Scantron. There's not. Oh no, it's a Scanatron.
Oh, okay, sorry.
The scan stick.
I can't read. Monoscan.
Oh no, there is a Scantron and a Scanatron.
Oh, hell yeah. The Devon scan. Devon.
Alright. This is actually a little too long for my calipers. So one way I could do this is measure part of it, mark it, and then measure the rest. But
somebody said photo wand.
I guess we'll just use a ruler. Photo wand. That's kind of cool.
Ooh, Megan, you know it.
Okay. So, see, we want to get the general shape, but it doesn't need to be perfect in terms of like how the different components stick together. Balanso options. What up, G? Right back at ya, homie. Those are my cool people signs. Alright, so let's just measure this. It's just under 9 inches. It's 9 and 15 sixteenths. 9 and 15 sixteenths inches. And you guys know I work in millimeters, but check this out. I think we can still do it. I'll just draw that rectangle here. And then we can go 9 inches plus, and then in parentheses, 15 out of 16 inches. Close that. Nope, it's giving me an error. Also inches? There. Wow, I can't type.
Oh, yeah. Why not just call it Lighty Lighty One Stick thingy? Come on.
Wait, I'm trying to figure out how to do this in Fusion. Can I not do division and change the unit? Or do I have to do it like this? Ah, there we go. 9 inches plus 15 inches divided by 16 inches is 9 and 15/16. There we go. And then I can use my calipers to get the width here for the widest part. That's all I really care about, I think. That's 26.2 millimeters. And then I'm just gonna pretend that this is like just a rectangle. And then this will be another rectangle. This will be another rectangle, and so on and so forth. And that should be enough. Although the wheel is sticking out here. We can add detail as we go on depending on what we need. Let's see how deep this is. I'll measure the depth of just the whole thing also. That's basically 15 millimeters exact. So we're gonna extrude 15. So everything's gonna be that thick the way I'm modeling things right now. I'm being kind of sloppy with it, but I think that's all I need. So now
I'm just gonna keep popping in because
go
these
for
are
it.
dope. Scanny, Bobanny. I really like that. And then the Disco Light Photo Sticky. I will acknowledge all the names. Hold on. Skinny McScan Face.
That's what would win in a vote, I'm sure. Do you know the story behind that?
No.
I forget who did it first. It was a boat. Like some country decided that they would let people vote on the name for their boat, and they voted for Bodie McBoatface. And they went through with it.
That's great.
I think
if you give the power to the people.
that's what happens. All right, let's see. We got 9 and 64. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, these are 30 seconds.
Scan Saber.
That's cool. I gotta change my measurement here. This was 31 30 seconds, not 16ths. This is a very detailed ruler. So now we gotta change that. I mean, honestly, here I could have just made it 10 inches, which is probably what it is meant to be, but whatever.
Who did scan? Is it Manny? If that's how you pronounce it?
Manny McScanny?
No. He's the one that came up with a Scan Saber.
Is that your favorite?
Yes. Pretty cool.
The Scambulance.
Somebody also mentioned that there was the Trainee McTrain face in Sweden.
Nice.
Shoot.
8, 9, 30 seconds. So there's gonna be 9 and 9/30 seconds.
Ooh. The scan.
Oh, so this is 8. I'm doing my measurements all wrong. Wait, this is so confusing.
What's up?
That line looked like it was the full inch, but that was the 3/4 inch. Ooh! Well, good thing I'm noticing now, so that I don't mess up my measurements. So this is, let's see. So it's gonna be -8. Math gods, please help me.
Ooh, I don't.
It's so easy. 20s, 23.
I'm in the medical field. We don't do this.
Okay, 8, 9. So 9 and 9. This one's gonna be 9 and 9. 30 seconds. 9 inches plus 9 inches out of 32 inches. Oh, what did I do wrong? Why is this? Oh, the other one's 8. Okay, no, this is alright. I'm so distracted right now. This is 8 inches. Oh, I hope I do this right. Okay. Oh, more people want to join the stream?
Not yet.
Okay. Let's see here.
So he took the scanner apart, and now he's gonna make a scary little one. I'll show you.
18.9. That's my sister. Oh, my thing's pointing down. It's a party in here.
Turn up.
Bring in some beers. 18.9.
No, I'm trying to. Look at this.
Let's go in here. 18.9. So I'm just switching between the calipers and the ruler. Whatever works for the measurement I have to do. And we're also going to want to indicate exactly where this light beam is, because that's an important part. So this is actually slightly lower. No.
Why am I called Ms. Make Anything? I don't think I made anything.
Yeah, I'll give this, well, I'll make it the full thickness. Unless, what's going to be holding onto it?
Hi, Melanie.
It's going to be held on the front. There we go. And then we'll draw the actual scanning beam part.
Oh, I guess Mellie's right.
Huh? What? I was joking. Beer's gross.
Oh, okay.
7.7 from this side.
There we go.
And from this side, it's gonna be a little less. Something like 5.1. And then on each end, here we got 2.7, 2.75 on both sides. Whoop. Are a lot of you guys using Fusion 360, or have you tried it out, or are you just in here for the heck of it? Alright. And this is actually flush, but I'm just gonna cut it in a little bit just as an indication of that scanner. Like I said, this is just kind of helping me build around the scanner. It doesn't actually have to be completely accurate. Just the parts where I'm connecting things, which will probably be just this top face. I'll use that Japanese double stick tape to stick everything down, probably, to make it, to keep it simple. I could make everything clip into place, but just like the makers of this scanner, I'm gonna do it the quick and dirty way. Because what am I making anyways? The wheel. I'm just still debating the wheel, because I can only really, to turn that into, it would be very difficult. I can connect another gear to the top here. I can connect like 2 spur gears. That would make one wheel to go this way. To make it go this way, I think I'm too lazy to do that.
So from your previous question, who's watching, if they even do it, somebody said that they watch you because they're not good at it yet, which is cool. Who's that?
Learn in Fusion. Yeah, I'm really glad if this helps you guys learn.
Percy.
That's how I learned, through just like messing around. Maybe it takes longer, but you also discover things that you wouldn't even learn in a tutorial or something because it's just so random. And that's how I get a lot of weird ideas, is by just making a mistake and then realizing that I can do something out of that mistake. There's a little piece of plastic here, interesting. Okay, yeah, so, sorry guys, I'm gonna deactivate this wheel because I'm just thinking about it, and making it actually like drive along with 2 wheels, it wouldn't work. If anything, it would drive in circles or require like way too much work to actually have something ready to print by the end of this live stream. So I'm gonna take it apart. I'm gonna leave the gear in case it stops it from working, like if it realizes the gear's missing. But these ones, I'm gonna pull this out if I can, It's got a metal washer holding it in place. Or I can just pop this one gear out of place. There we go. Pop that boy out of place. Now the gear won't engage with anything. Maybe we could turn it into, I don't know. We can make it wave a little flag or something. Oh, the other thing we need to take note of is where that sensor is, because I'm going to have to create something to interact with the sensor. Also where these ribbons are, and also where this ribbon's going to be held is something I'm going to have to design. Okay, this isn't going to be so easy. Let me save this really quickly. I would classify this as miscellaneous. Oh gosh, now I have to name it.
Everybody's chanting Scandalf, so.
Scandalf? Scandinavia.
Excalibur.
For now, we'll go with Scandalf, but I'm sure. I don't think that's gonna be the full name. I like the Scan Saber. I thought Scan Saber was cool. But memes always end up winning. That's the rule of online voting. The law of online votes is the meme always wins.
Ooh, Scannendorf. Scabby McScanface. Scannendorf.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
So the hall sensor is on this side. Well, I didn't even model this whole thing in yet. I guess we're gonna have to do that from the back here. So this is like this.
Alright, just so we set the record straight, it was R2 3D Prints that created Scandalf. For the record.
It's a team effort, Natalie. 53.
Hey, give credit where it's
Thanks,
due.
Chris. 53, 53, 53. So I'm gonna make a rectangle here, and the width is 53. That's the circuit board. And now I just need to see how much it's offset. This is some pretty rough measuring I'm doing here. Let's hope it all works out. It usually does, quite frankly. That's 47. We'll make it, no, 48 and a half.
Scangelina Jolie.
That's pretty good. Should we open a straw poll for this? For the name?
I'll start writing some down, but I don't think that anybody's done.
No, you go right here.
What?
Oh, where did my browser go?
Can we add them?
Well, you can add them as they're being added. I mean, I don't know how many options we want.
I mean...
See there, you can
oh boy.
start a poll.
Oh
What are we
boy.
calling this thing? I like the Scan Saber, but the memes, let the memes happen. Put in a good variety. The ones that make you chuckle, the ones that actually make sense. And the width of this whole thing is 82.2.
So you just put that in?
No, that's the name of the poll.
Oh wow, okay.
It does require some reading. And the full thickness here is 3.8.
Oh, Scantastic.
The Scantastic 4. Okay, and then the little hall sensor.
That just reminds me of the name of something from those TV ads.
Scantastic?
Here I got the Scantastic.
The Scantastic stick. So the sensor is 8 millimeters. See, this is why I use metric, because you measure all these little components and stuff, it's always a whole number in millimeters. That's how engineers work.
Somebody also had Scan Anything.
It's true.
Anything?
Scan anything is probably going to be the name of the video, right?
Scan anything. Whoa.
So what was I just measuring? Oh, the width of this whole thing is 8.
Somebody wants to know what keyboard you have.
The keyboard. This was sent to me for a project I'm working on. It's Aukey. Aukey. They do pretty good budget keyboards. And they're really noisy. Because that's what people like. Mechanical keyboards that make a noise. Alright. This is 33.
Oh.
This part.
Let's see. How many more?
33.
So far for the poll, I have Scandalf, Scan Saber, Scan anything.
Is that how it's pronounced? Scannything?
Scannything?
Oh, it's a scanny thing, but anything.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty cool.
The Scanatron? I wouldn't do Scantron. That's already a trademark name there. Scanometer? Scan stick? Scanny?
Oh, jeez.
Come on, there were a lot.
There are a lot. Oh, Scanny McScan Face.
Gotta have that one.
Because we all know that's gonna win.
Shh, don't influence the election.
Ooh. I'm already spelling things wrong.
1.3. Don't do it. They're gonna hound you if you make any mistakes.
Trust me. I make...
And then we're gonna have the little space in between this hall sensor. That's what I'm measuring right now.
Oh yeah, Melly's right. Scangelina Jolie. That one
Can't forget that one.
has a special place in my heart. It's pretty darn good.
3.8. This is a chaotic live stream. We got names going on, but that's actually great because I feel like this stuff takes time and it's not exactly the most interesting. Let's be honest. Putting in dimensions, but we're here for the end result. Oh shoot! So I was a little bit off with my measurements here. Let's delete that.
Oh no, that's really good. Evildoer suggested 4 scan. Oh. I'm sorry. This is a PG. This is family friendly.
I mean, that's PG. Technically.
Don't look it up.
If you're mature.
4 scan. I'm gonna do it. That's pretty good.
No.
Why not?
Because I'm not gonna name that.
Well, you might.
You're fired.
You can't fire me.
5.5. Like that. It's 1.
Scanator? How do you feel about that?
I mean, it's not up to me. It's up to the people. So.
This is gonna be a hefty list.
Yeah, let it be.
Oh, that's pretty good too. Abominable snow scan.
It's a bit of a stretch in my opinion.
It's cute. It's cute.
Okay, the ribbon. We gotta figure out.
Police scanner.
That's also already a thing. 10.
The Scandal.
Scandal.
No, not Scandal.
Scoundrel. Like a scoundrel.
Scoundrel. He's a scoundrel. That's pretty good. Scan the man.
Scan the man.
Scan stick.
Hey.
I mean, why not just put a classic one? Scan stick.
10, 11.
Straight to the point. Scan man. Oh no, these are so good.
Just keep them going.
This is gonna be.
Let's have 20 options.
Okay, 20 is our cap.
But then I bet maybe 20 people will vote. So
well, I mean,
we might have to have tiers, you know.
I want this to be cutthroat. Yeah, well, we can put them on another poll and then really
exactly.
send it down.
We'll
Scan
see.
solo. Okay, 20 is the cutoff. Scandroid. Oh, pretty good.
Can we call it the paranoid Scandroid?
You can do that on your own if it wins. Scannatron, I did put that down. Scanly.
Stupid. Okay. Well, why did that?
Alright, guys, we are at 12.
Maybe 15 should be the cutoff.
Nah.
20, like, honestly, max 40 people are
bigger.
going to vote.
Go home.
Nothing's going to have more than 2 votes. Well, maybe I shouldn't speak.
I said a bad word. Did I?
I know, I told you, you're going to get fired.
I didn't say anything, but... Ooh, scandalous.
And then the ribbon is going to be connected. Let's see. Should I watch out with the magnets?
Oh. That's good too. Evildoer, yet again. Kicking your scan all over the place.
What? It's not even a pun.
It's a song!
Yeah, but scan doesn't...
Hey. Whoa. It's good.
That's like, scan me baby one more time. Yeah, okay. Maybe that's just...
That's good.
It's just that easy to make you laugh.
I'm a simple being.
Oh gosh. Where do I want to stick this little USB connector? I feel like it needs to come out the bottom. I'll have the ribbon wrap around itself.
Somebody said it's a rhythm pun, okay? I'm gonna stick with that.
Is that a thing? Rhythm puns?
I hope so. Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's like... It's what Weird Al does, right?
Usually it's a rhyme too, though.
I think it's pretty good. I think you're... All that...
Okay, sorry for being a hater. Sorry.
Yeah. I think it's clever because it was Cam, and then he just switched to Scan.
Cam?
Can. Kicking your
Oh.
can all over the
I didn't know that.
place.
Then it's totally fine.
We will rock you.
I know the song.
Yeah. Do you?
Jeez.
I'm feisty. Alright.
It looks like this ribbon cable can be bent.
Scan line. That's pretty good. It's just me calling things. That's pretty good.
I'm probably going to go grab the double stick tape soon because I'm going to be using that a lot for this.
Ooh, space scan. That's pretty cool.
Now it's just going to become puns. It kind of already was.
Yeah, I mean...
Okay, I'm going to put some strategic
We couldn't
bends
think
in
of
there.
anything better, so... I think these are pretty good. Scan it at the disco. Scan of Thrones. Nelson Scandalf. Yeah? Do you want that one?
I like it.
Alright, cool. Nelson Scandalf.
Oh no, this is... Oh, I did it wrong. This is supposed to be... No.
Somebody did Kendrick Skinner. Scan anything 360, scan world. Shout me out please for Marco Garcia, even though Devin, shout him out.
You just did.
Oh, well, I'm not you.
Marco.
Follow.
The problem with that isn't everybody in the world asks for a shout out. You don't start that.
Hey. Leonard Skinner.
Leonard Scanner.
That's pretty good.
I'll just call it Leonard Scanner. My own little... My 2 cents. Okay, I'm gonna run and get my double stick tape so that I can... I don't know if you guys have been seeing. I've been bending this. And now I'm gonna stick everything down, including the magnets, right next to the circuit board, because I'm convinced that they're so weak that they won't actually do anything.
Oh gosh. Savage. Useless thing. number 9,000.
I mean, let's be real. Alright.
Run.
Well, you still got 3 more options.
Yeah.
I'll be back before you get 3 more names, baby.
Oh, that's pretty good. If you scan 360. Janet Jackson.
They're all just names now.
Yeah. But they're good. They're pretty good. Alright.
This is the tape I was telling you guys about. Japanese blue tape. I'm pretty sure this is the same stuff they used in the scanner, because this stuff is world-renowned. Amazing double stick tape.
Oh, wow. Benedict Cumberscan. Scanner banner. Ameriscan. Can scam. Principal scanner. Right?
Okay.
Scart. Scart.
So, I'm just going to start taping the ribbon down to make it more simple.
Oh, scan wow. I'm going to write that down.
You're so excited. I love it. Alright. This tape is actually a little thicker than I need it to be, so I'm going to be thrifty and cut it in half.
Yeah, I only have 2 more spots.
I'm telling you, 20.
Scan.
20 is going to be a lot.
So? I gotta...
We'll see. Taping it down here, taping it down there.
ScanX. That's good.
What, like
I mean,
SpaceX?
we're ripping off other... Yeah, I'll do it, whatever.
Anything to get the poll going.
Oh, that's very nice. Your voice is so pretty.
Thank you. I know you're talking about me.
Oh boy. Will people rate Devin's beard because I'm the one that convinced him to grow it out? Hell yeah.
They can't even see it right now.
I know.
Just double stick is giving me trouble. There we go. Ah.
Oh yeah, they also, there's the Fuse Scan 360. Scan on, apply directly to the forehead. It's good. Beard is the best thing since Big Bang.
I feel like you just did that to validate yourself.
Yeah, I did. Sorry.
And you're only going to read the positive comments. No, I'm kidding.
No, I'll read all of them as long as they're funny. Right? If they're mean and funny, I have to read them.
You're encouraging bullying.
You're a big boy. You can handle it.
Wow. Okay. There we go.
Alright, there's only one more spot.
So I've consolidated my wires. I taped it and did a little U-turn so that the USB thing is going to come out right on the bottom. And then, yeah, that should make it nice. This I'll have to put some plastic thing to attach it to still. But I think that's about as good as I could have done with how I'm throwing this together.
Also,
decent enough.
13 out of 10. Beard is good boy.
Beard is good boy.
Good boy. Good boy.
Okay. So now we're gonna model in these little bits that we added just to make sure that we don't
Albert
break
Einstein. Close, but no cigar.
You should reward the actual educational leaders.
Where are they at?
Scanson or whatever.
Ooh, your beard is so sexy. I'm sorry. And then Ben said, hey Devin, can you ever do a design competition?
Yes, Nick, this week. Just wait up for it. This is so weird. This is gonna be weird to model for, but I think it'll work.
Let's see.
So this is gonna be right about here. Something like that. Width. It's 13.4. We'll just make it 14.
Hey Devin, can you 3D print your amazing beard? Can you?
I can't 3D print a beard. Well, actually, it's been done. It's like the hairy lion thing. I should do a hairy Devin. 74.
We were thinking about something other than the hairy lion. What was it?
I was gonna do Sasquatch.
Oh, I don't think that's what it was.
Yes, that's what I was gonna do, for sure. 16.4.
How do you feel about Scanometer?
Scanometer?
Yeah.
Or Scanometer?
And then,
I like the Scanometer.
Alright, so Blifix said, hey Devin, do you do YouTube full-time or do you have a job next to YouTube?
YouTube is my main job. I do other things that come out of it. It leads to other jobs. But yeah, you could do YouTube for a living. Still, you should go to school, because I had to. Still helps.
Let's see. Somebody... tape it to a drone and call it fly scan. I like it. I like it.
I don't have a drone, unfortunately.
And then somebody said, hey Devon, can you sell your half-penny boards?
Maybe.
Oh well.
No hard plans yet, but the half-penny may one day exist. I like the idea of going to all the thrift stores and finding all the roller skates that people are throwing away.
Just give me all your roller skates.
How many people are still roller skating? Some.
So many.
I wouldn't say so many.
More than you think.
Not even roller skating, just skating. No, there's roller blading and roller skating. I don't know.
I mean, if you're doing roller hockey, you gotta skate.
Oh yeah, there's like derby or whatever.
Derby's really cool. Let's see. You should get a trophy because your beautiful beard. And then a 14 out of 10 3D beard is a better boy. Thank you, Fire in the Sky.
26.7.
Let's see. Harry Devin is the only Devin we need.
But not the Devin we deserve.
1.7. Devin, how old is your channel?
I don't know. If we go find my first video. I think it's April 2016, I think was my first video. Something like that. YouTube says it started in 2014, but that's inaccurate. Wait.
Devin, you should make a drone.
Yeah, I was trying to get a drone sent to me, and then I was gonna like replace it with some 3D printed parts. But I'm pretty sure I would just destroy it right away.
Ooh, side note, sorry, popping back in with the names. Mark Scannerberg. Vincent Scan Go.
I like that one.
Yeah, that's the last one. Vincent.
I mean, there's too many names competing with each other. I think they've doomed themselves by making so many names.
If I spelled anything wrong, I'm gonna just blame it on Devin.
How could you possibly blame that on me?
It's all you. This is your live stream. Somebody wants a piece of your amazing beard.
Oh my. I don't know if I'm gonna save this live stream. It's so wild.
Is it though?
I think it's a little wild. 13.8. I don't know. I feel funny.
Why?
Because I'm just here doing little measurements and just hearing insane names being rattled off. But hey.
I feel like it's my fault, but.
Probably. But hey, we're having fun, right, guys? Let me see your hands if we're having fun. It's my newest favorite thing to do is to just get a bunch of hands.
Spam just a ton of hands.
16.45.
Sorry, I'm trying to read the questions. Let's see.
There's so much multitasking going on. It's wild.
Somebody said the window is cutting off at the bottom.
So window.
Whatever you're doing over there, and then.
Oh.
Somebody wants to know if there's going to be a highlights video after this, if anything.
Not like a highlights video, but I'll have a follow-up on finishing this little design we're working on today.
Oh, there's so many hands.
That's what I'm talking about. All hands on deck. There we go. Sorry about that. Forget the window's not as big.
Devin, do you have a favorite dinosaur?
Favorite dinosaur? Not really. I mean, maybe like a Leopleurodon?
Leopleurodon.
Actually, I like real velociraptors, like the little tiny ones.
Okay,
not the Jurassic Park
posted
ones.
the poll. Sorry.
Well, you have to copy the link and post it in the description.
Oh, no. This one? BB.
30.15.
BB. I don't know how to use Max.
Alright, guys. Poll is going in now, and I will also update this. Oh, shoot. How did I delete all my windows on YouTube?
Hey, Devin, what's your favorite color?
I don't know. Depends on what you're coloring. I was always a big fan of cerulean blue.
Ooh, that's very specific.
Well, if I say blue, then I'm just 50% of the population. Gotta specify.
I'm sorry if I missed anybody's.
The poll is what we're naming this device that some of you probably don't even know what it is. I don't even know what it is. This live stream's best. Putting a new poll in. Sorry, guys. Updating the description. It was still the old poll. We got a new poll now.
Shave your beard and replace it with a 3D printed one is a suggestion.
That'd be ridiculous.
That'd be fun. It would be fun. And then... Let's see. There's a few weird questions. Or not even questions, there's...
Well, avoid the weird ones. Spare me the weirdest questions, please.
But, I mean... What's your favorite cow?
My favorite cow?
Chocolate milk cow.
Shoot. I don't know, man. There's so many great cows in history.
Ugh, I feel you. The poll is... It really does have a lot of great names. I wouldn't be able to choose, really.
A little fake USB thing here.
Print a third arm, Devin.
Maybe.
Yeah.
There was you guys maybe saw that project recently where someone printed an extra thumb that goes on the other side of your hand. So you can, I don't know, hold your big phones. I thought that was pretty neat. Okay, so we got that. We got another ribbon thing that's popping up over here. Just gotta make this gonna be really rough. It's just like a little note. Do not build.
Oh,
right
here's
here.
a good one. Can you print a second girlfriend?
Uh-oh. How would you feel about that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think one of me is enough.
That's a very good point.
Thanks. Ooh, is Scandalf winning? I mean, I'm not really surprised.
I'm surprised it's not Scanny McScanface.
Or Vincent Scan Go. Shoot.
You can hit the results and just refresh that. Here you go.
Let's see.
It is winning, of course.
Scanny McScan.
Is that just because I said that?
Maybe.
I mean, we'll give it like 5 minutes. But I'm pretty sure everyone who wants to vote will have voted already. Vincent Scango is also really good.
Yeah, it is.
Because we're making art pieces, right?
True.
But no,
Devin, make a hat.
Like I said, memes always work. I will.
Devin, do you have experience with Arduino?
No, I wish I did. I'm really gonna have to get into Arduino at some point because it makes so many cool things and I gotta keep up with the times. I want to program things, but I don't know what I'm doing. But that's how you gotta start, you know? You gotta start to learn. Alright, I think I've built out enough of this model so that I can start thinking about the 3D printed parts.
Oh, wow, I wasn't even watching your screen and now I look up and...
It's not that much going on.
I mean...
But at least I can work faster than if I was trying to read all these comments. So I do appreciate your assistance. Involuntary assistant. Aren't you supposed to be like studying for finals or something?
No, they're not until
Oh my gosh.
4 weeks. I had 4 weeks.
You just printed out 14 pages that you were supposed to
I know.
read.
I know.
Girl, I'm bad.
I'm using you for your resources.
Using me?
Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to read comments so you can engage.
You can
engage.
Shut up.
Whoa! Hey.
I thought you were gonna say that to me. Okay, let's make this white.
Boy, you better chill. Alright.
This piece is gonna need something to hold on.
Is your woman friend amazing at art?
Yeah, have you seen it?
No. What is the worst failure of a design you thought would be perfect? I like that question.
Maybe this. No, gosh. I mean, I usually work things until they work. I don't give up too easily. And interestingly enough, like my 3D printed guitar was also one of my favorite projects. It has a lot of room for improvement to actually sound a lot better. It looks cool, but I really want to get back onto that and make it sound really good.
Yeah, that is a really cool project. Someone said, who is your favorite YouTuber? And I guess...
Obviously me. I just watch it.
No.
You know what? I haven't watched it for a while, but I love Grand Illusions. Tim? I don't know if Tim's still around doing his thing.
It's your boy crush.
He did some awesome stuff. Had to face the camera for that one.
And then, let's see.
Okay, this is loose, so I'm just gonna
I'm trying to catch up on comments. There's so many. Mr. Gurky, I like that comment. I think you're referring to the Vincent Scan Go. He said, "Be careful that the scanner doesn't cut his ear off." What? Pretty funny.
20.
Somebody said. What else?
What?
Oh, so Tim had made his latest video about a week ago.
Cool. Glad to hear it.
Oh, Tim.
20.9. I measured something wrong here.
And then, how many 3D printers do you have today?
I don't know exactly. It was something like 30. Around there. Oh, that's what happened. I didn't measure.
Coolest place you've ever been to?
Coolest place I've ever been? It depends in terms of what, because there's so many cool places. I think so. I loved Iceland in terms of nature. I loved Japan in terms of culture. Overall, though, I'm a sucker for nature, so I think I'd say Iceland if I had to pick one.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the Amazon in Peru is amazing, but I don't want to live there. Where are my Icelanders in the audience? I've never seen anyone from Iceland. I know the population's 50,000, so it's a stretch, but I'd love to have some folks from Iceland watching my videos.
Somebody asked, are you familiar with Greg's puzzles?
No. I've probably seen it, but I'm not super much of a puzzle guy, generally. Believe it or not. I prefer illusions to puzzles, so Tim still wins.
Ah, this person's cousin lives in Iceland.
Sweet.
But they're not watching.
Are they actually Icelandic?
Oh, Arctic Gamers is from Iceland. Hi.
Yeah.
I've been seeing his comments.
How do I go about becoming a citizen of Iceland? Is it even possible for a foreigner to live there?
And Melly said that she has at least one Icelandic student who really wants a 3D pen after watching one of your vids.
Well, hook me up with some Icelandic property, and I'll give you 2 3D pens.
Oh, and to correct you, the Icelandic population is upwards of 300,000.
Huh. Well, oh, I guess I was just thinking of the capital, Reykjavik.
Reykjavik. Okay.
I don't know. I got that number from somewhere. Okay. Let's see.
Well, for your YouTube demographic, how many people, or who's the most people that watch your videos?
What do
From
you
what
mean?
Country?
Definitely U.S.
No.
100%. I think Germany is the second largest. Or maybe, I guess probably England and then Germany. Of course, English-speaking countries are first and foremost.
A lot
in
of
terms of
Europeans can speak
True.
English very well, so.
But in terms of my audience, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
just saying. Okay, I need to think for a second here. What am I doing? I'm gonna just make this a rectangle from the top.
And then somebody
Make
asked,
it
how
look
many
nice and
languages do you know?
How many languages do I know, or do I speak?
I mean, you can explain yourself.
I can come up with a good list. No, I speak English.
That's it.
I know some German and Spanish, but maybe like basic conversational. I wouldn't call it anything more than that. Let's give it a 0.6, which is still decent.
Let's see. Oh, that's very nice from Ben. He says, "Goodbye, beard boy. Keep up the amazing vids."
Thanks, Ben.
That's very nice. Yeah, speak a little German. Come on.
Oh, they want me to speak a little German?
Gary.
Ein bisschen
Gary
Deutsch.
does.
Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch, aber es ist sehr schlecht und es gosh, I don't know how to speak in the past tense. It was my first language, but maybe until I was like 3 years old, so if you can call that a first language. But I've definitely lost it.
You could pick it back up. We were on Duolingo?
Duolingo!
Yeah, Duolingo for a little bit, and he was just leaving me in the dust because I'm only.
Well, obviously, Duolingo's like, how do you say apple? I don't know anyone who's actually learned how to speak a language out Duolingo.
I forgot. Oh, soft means.
Saft.
Soft.
Diese Saft ist sehr gut.
Ooh.
Vielen Dank für die Saft.
Hallo, mein Freund.
Hello, mein Freund.
Freund? Yeah.
I feel like I say everything wrong. I always have to second guess it, so it's
Better
scary.
than me, I don't know.
I think I would survive. Let's just say that. I could survive in Germany. But I'd get weird looks.
I mean, at least you could survive.
Alright guys, if anyone's
Somebody said that they perfectly understood you. So, you must be doing something right. And now everything's in German, I can't read this.
This is Deutsch jetzt.
Yes, soft is juice. A smoothie? That's the only thing I really know, other than a comedian's phrase that I can't even pronounce right.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can say in German, but it's not really appropriate, I don't think.
Alright guys, if anyone's actually watching what I'm doing in Fusion, I can point this camera up by now.
But also, little critique, and your German sounds a little off.
Obviously.
Yeah. Critiques. Ooh, poll results? What's going on? Do I refresh?
I think, yeah, go ahead and give us the results of this terrible idea.
Whatever.
Oh my.
Should I vote on one? Well, wait.
I don't think it'll matter.
Where's...
View results.
Oh. Okay.
Oh!
Wow.
Impressive. Scandalf overtook Scanny McScanface.
Dang. Somebody said, point your camera so we can see both of you. And then...
Are you willing? Natalie is camera shy, but...
Hi. And then...
But you've put me through enough this live stream. You should be on camera. Oh, but the window's gonna be so much glare.
Good. Is your woman...
Oh wait, now I can't see. This webcam's nice, but I can't turn it without turning my whole screen.
Somebody says,
You can scooch if you want
tell me
to.
why you can speak German.
Because my mom is full German. There's your answer.
Let's see.
Oh, maybe I put this on top. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Who won? Scandalf won, pretty much.
Scandalf won by one vote.
Creamed everyone. What are you? Well, a lot of people are wondering what you're making, so maybe just another announcement, I guess.
I probably won't call this Scandalf.
No, but I mean...
This is a dictatorship now. But then again, I don't have a better name, so maybe I will.
Natalie, where did you meet Devin? I met him at a climbing gym that I used to work at.
I went and I was like, hi, I want to climb.
No, you came in. No, what I remember was he walked in and all of a sudden he had this huge box of just 3D printed climbing holds. He's like, hey, I want to use these. I was like, oh, okay.
Can I put my 3D printed climbing holds?
Can I use these?
So, it's all because of 3D printing. I did, in a sense, I 3D printed a girlfriend.
That's such a stretch, but I guess.
Okay. This is working.
And then, yes, Tom, he says, or asks, will this be in a vid?
I think so. Well, not this, but the product. If it works and it's cool, I'll definitely show it off. What did I do wrong?
I don't really want to read this out loud, but I think that's funny. That's a love story.
Wait a minute, what did I do?
Yeah. Pretty much your sister's the one that got us together. I guess.
Wait a minute, what have I done?
Alright, Brent said, I can't think of any cool stuff to model. Any awesome ideas I can steal from you?
Ooh, I think, what the heck? Hold on, I'm being really confused by the fact that these outlines aren't, oh, there's a gap. How did that happen? What the heck? Let's see, what should you make? Make something for your phone.
Or, come on.
I just think that's a good starting project, like a phone holder that you can charge. Like just stick your phone in there and it starts charging, so you don't have to fiddle with the little cable. It's something I've been wanting to do. I don't know. I don't know what you're into, buddy. You do something related to your hobbies, you know? If you like juggling, make some bowling pins. That's the only hobby I could think of.
He did say that he loved your mini skateboard.
Well, that's definitely a tough one to start off with.
Yeah. Ooh, try modeling a chassis for an RC car.
That was actually one of my first projects.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I have a video on it, but it never really took off.
That video's pretty... I like the editing. It's pretty cute. Very cute. Brent couldn't find roller skates, though. A lot of thrift stores, like, I don't know where you live, but Savers usually has a lot of athletic
I'm pretty sure that's very...
things. It is specific, but, I mean, Craigslist.
Yeah, Craigslist. I would say Craigslist first.
I know, I'm sorry that, yeah, well, shoot, what am I trying to say? I guess Facebook Marketplace, too. It shows you closer items as well. And you can actually see the people that are posting things, so decide for yourself if that's sketchy.
I don't think people can hear you when you start doing that.
I get nervous.
What's that? Oh. Very simple rectangle box I'm going with here right now. I'll probably have to give it some kind of a grip or something. This will probably be a two-part box here. Yeah, I think I'll make this a two-part thing. So here there's going to be like...
So what's your favorite Lou Roll brand?
What? Why would you say that? I don't know what that is.
I don't either. I don't know. Somebody asked.
Why would you say
I'm reading questions.
I don't have answers.
Okay, well...
Lou Roll?
What is Miss Make Anything's name? My name's Natalie. Hello.
Okay.
Oh, toilet paper. That's really... What do you use? I don't know, it's pretty...
I use toilet paper called Who Gives a Crap. And that's not a joke. It's recycled toilet paper made of recycled bamboo sold from Australia. Right. That's also a good answer to your question. Who gives a crap?
Joshua's going to bed. Say goodnight.
Good night, J-boy.
What's your favorite kind of music? Basically Radiohead, if I had to give an answer, but you can speak for yourself.
You speak the truth.
And Animal Collective. Why?
Radiohead, Animal Collective, Grizzly Bear, Arcade Fire. That's my top 4. This is going to be another one of those projects where it's really difficult for me to make sure that it's 3D printable because there's a lot going on. So far I think I'm doing okay, especially by separating the lid here. I'm going to have 2 parts that sandwich together.
And no, I don't have a YouTube channel.
I keep trying to convince her.
It's not for me.
I mean, you're doing it right now.
Yeah, but this is more like, I don't know. People are asking you questions. And then Legend Gaming. I know he doesn't want to acknowledge these type of comments, but I do not know the way. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh. Never started a YouTube channel.
I know. Trash. Let's see. How long are you together?
A year and 4 days, I think.
Wow. Is it?
Yep. I'm making the walls all 2.5 millimeters here. Yeah, if anyone's coming in right now, I bet you cannot tell what I'm making right now. The answer is Scandalf.
Hell yeah. Well, let's see if it changed at all.
I don't think so.
There was a question somewhere that I was trying to find. Oh yeah, could you 3D print handle scales for knife handles?
Yeah, a lot of people have suggested doing that for with the recycled 3D prints, like the plastic that I melt down. I'm definitely considering that. That would be cool.
Cool. And then
maybe a little chamfer here.
And then Gary, yes, I do have an Instagram. I've done so many portraits of Devin, so you'll probably find it if you look at his tagged photos. And my Instagram is just a shrine to you at this point because we just go on trips together a lot. I don't know.
Does that disappoint you? Am I not a good model for you?
You're great.
Thank you.
That's why I have so many photos of you. And then, have you heard of Precious Plastic? If not, you should check it out. I think you could do a lot with it.
Yeah, it's the same stuff I used for my retainers.
Oh, is that what it was? Oh!
This stuff. PLA or PCL plastic, basically.
Oh, wow. And then, what places do you go? Usually climbing areas in California. So, if you've heard of Bishop or Joshua Tree, what are some other ones? There's a lot.
Let's do a section analysis here.
Hey, Tom, I'm so sorry if I say your last name wrong. Iber? If so, I could make a knife and send it to you. That would be really cool.
I mean, I'm gonna 3D print a knife, but are you allowed to? Yeah, you can send knives. I was like, is that?
Well, I mean, Amazon would be in a lot of trouble.
Don't want to get anyone in trouble now.
Nobody in trouble here.
Alright, 1.15. We're gonna make this a tight fit.
And then we were just talking about this. He was talking about it today about the Nintendo Switch. You make a lot of cool.
Yeah, their new Nintendo Labo or Labo? I guess it's Labo, but they have like you can attach little cardboard constructions and use the controller as the actual toy, which is weird and awesome. I love Nintendo's playfulness. They've always remained my favorite video game makers because of that. They really get creative and playful with their toys and games instead of just going for crazy graphics or something.
Oh, that's cool, Brent. He said, I built my own homemade recycler for plastic bottles that turns them into 3D printer filament. Maybe I could send you a roll of it?
Yeah, man. contact me through my website, makeanything.design. If you go to the About section, there's a contact form, and we can talk about that, because...
Yeah, that's cool.
Although printing with PET or PETG, it's kind of tough, but I think I can do it with my Zortrax printers or something, if the tolerances are good. We'll talk about it.
Let's see. Bring back Springo!
One day the Springo will return.
Ah. And then, what is your mascot? Maybe a carrot. That's pretty classic. Shoot.
Throwback.
King Carrot. Yeah, that was very niche. Hey, I'm about to graduate on design engineering. What do you recommend to have a good portfolio? Sorry.
Oh, I would. If you're about to graduate, then I mean you've already done the projects you've done, but I would definitely say limit it to things related to the kind of job you're trying to get, if possible. So if you want to, like I wanted to work in 3D printing or VR, so I'm going to do projects based on that. And yeah, don't put work that's not the kind of stuff that you want to actually do for a living, because then you might get a job you don't want.
And then what happened to the paper mache whale? It's at my house, and it's in the garage.
It's a beached whale, basically.
Yeah, it's pretty beached. But hopefully one day we can hang it somewhere. My room is a mess, and it's just not together right now.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna... Yeah. So I'm building the little walls right now for the container so that it'll clip together.
Bring back cool guy. He never left. What do you mean? How long does it take to make your videos?
It depends entirely on the video. But you guys know I put one out a week, so that's basically about as much as I can manage to do.
Yeah.
I usually spend maybe 3 days or 4 days out of the week working on the project, 2 or 3 days editing, and if I'm lucky I get a day to do something else.
Let's see. Okay, Brent also followed up with just made me think of it because you really like recycled plastics. I've had some pretty good success with it. I've actually 3D printed a drone with it, which is pretty sick. That's really cool. Shoot.
Well done, dude. Yeah, I mean, we definitely need more innovation in 3D printing in terms of recycling and reuse, because there's a lot of waste plastic in 3D printing, unfortunately. It's kind of the downside to it. But the good thing, when you think about it, I mean, that's an argument against 3D printing, is that, you know, there's waste plastic. But if it's something you were going to buy and have it shipped from China, that impact to the environment is a lot higher than a little bit of excess support material. But still, it's always good to improve things.
And then somebody said, I think you should do backflip.
Oh.
Wow.
Not today, boys.
It is pretty cool. Very impressive. Oh, that's nice, Maria. Sending hugs from Estonia.
Thank you.
Maria, I just met a girl named Maria. I don't know if anybody would get that reference. Shoot.
I don't, but someone will.
Maybe.
Okay. Whew.
And then, I'm so sorry if I say people's names wrong.
It's tough.
Sinan? Can you recommend something to watch on Netflix?
Just anything? Or like related to 3D printing?
Paxton Productions. Thank you.
Oh. Hold on. Okay. I just wanted to check on the super chats. We can close this, right? Scandalf 1.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't check. Girlfriend, show us your face. No.
All right.
I don't know. Right now we're watching Twin Peaks.
Oh yeah, that's on. But that's so weird.
Yeah, it is.
I hesitate to recommend it to people, but I'm enjoying it.
18 and up.
Is it?
I would say so. That's not a kid's show.
It was on public television. It was like a
what?
Daytime television show.
Oh, I'm glad I pronounced your name right.
Okay, let's see.
Cool.
I lied. This is gonna need some support material because it's got this part that's poking out, and then it's also got the insert that kind of sticks the two pieces together. Oh well.
Here's the little piece of my face. Nope.
And then, ooh,
and then
it's complicated.
Ginger Pale said, "What we buildin'?"
We building a handheld artistic scanning device. We took apart a scanner earlier in the stream, and now we're gonna. I'm making a body to hold it. I don't know. It's gonna be a handheld scanner. What comes of it, we'll see. Right now I'm building the little case to basically hold everything in place. Oh, I think I can actually make... Oh, we'll see.
I just want to know the origin story for Ginger Pale's name.
Probably someone who's ginger and pale.
Maybe.
I figured. Doesn't have to be more difficult than that.
How would you pronounce my name? Oh.
Jory.
Jory? Jory? Right?
That's how I would do it. Jory. Well, that was kind of a weird Italian accent, so maybe not like that.
Drew asked, I got the anti-cubic console after seeing your review of it. I started printing with it, though the prints have been ribbing and banding. Do you have any suggestions for calibrating it?
Ripping and banding.
Ooh, based off the soft drink. Okay. Got him.
Banding and... Sounds like you might have loose pulleys. So I think that printer comes with little metal things, like the little metal parts that would be on a clothespin or something that you clip onto the pulley to make it tighter. That might be the problem. Or just try printing slower if it's a vibration problem.
And then McKenna said, precious plastic takes care of the waste. That's what we were talking about earlier, I guess.
I don't know how that works, but hey.
My printer has a thermal runaway, and I have no clue how to fix it.
Thermal runaway. Yeah.
Do I have to replace the thermistor or something?
Probably. Does it show? That depends. If the thermistor is not working, it won't show the temperature changing. It'll just say it's stuck at like 30 degrees Celsius. So if it actually shows the temperature going up and it's still just running away, then sounds like a firmware thing. I honestly am not entirely sure. For all kinds of technical 3D printing stuff, I like to ask the people at on Reddit, reddit.com/r/3D printing, it's better to ask a community than one person. As much as I have dealt with 3D printing, I haven't run into all those problems yet. So I don't know. Okay, these are gonna need support material.
Bye, Jory. Sorry for saying your name wrong.
It's just me, or is it toasty in here?
Yeah, it's pretty hot, but I think it's because of the lights. This light specifically. I feel like toast.
What are you doing?
Oh, I don't know.
This light does not produce heat. A little bit. I opened the window. Maybe that was a bad idea. Okay.
Danny asked, did you go to college?
Yes.
In caps.
Did you scream it?
Yeah.
I went to Art Center College of Design. I studied product design. That's what's up. Oh, you know what I was going to do? I was going to build
Alright.
I'm going to change what I just did.
I like that okay said okay. Ooh, Tom. So relaxing for background as I do biology. Thanks from the UK.
Thanks. I think that's probably the best way to do this live stream. It's just be like, you know, I feel like, yeah, background. A little bit of random conversation.
And then Brent said, I'm scared as heck about doing college apps next year. No idea how to choose a good school. I don't know.
I mean, find your major. What do you, if you know what you want to study? I mean, I know I didn't know what I was studying when I was first applying to colleges, but I would, if you do have an idea, I would start with that. And then you can look up lists online. They have lists like the top schools for this or that.
I mean, another route is going to community college and then just getting your GEDs done and kind of take classes to figure out what you're doing too. So you're not spending heaps of money on a university, but...
Yeah, it depends how sure you are.
It depends on what you want to do or what's best for you. But it's scary. I agree. College apps are scary. Ooh. I want to be a geologist or a botanist when I'm older. That's really cool. Botany is really awesome.
For sure.
And then somebody asks, I'm about to study product design. Do you have any tips for me?
Have you already been accepted? Do you need to like put a portfolio together or something, or just general tips about product design? I mean, I would just say remember that product design, if you're doing it right, making things look really cool is secondary to making things that satisfy a need that people have. The best products find out the biggest problems that people have in their lives or some kind of inconvenience and make it easier. So you can kind of try to think about some of your favorite products and how they do that. Of course, making things look good is also very important for selling something. You gotta remember product design is kind of a commercial thing, generally. But yeah, think about products that solve needs and aim to do that. Product design isn't just an art, it's also a science, because you kind of research humans, empathy, sociology, psychology. It's got a lot going on, which is why I love it so much. Alright, I'm just gonna make little walls here. I'm not making clips, like I said. I'll be able to just double stick tape things into place to keep it simple.
Look at the way this person paints toast.
Cool. Alright, let's see what I've got. It's a pretty simple box, which is what I like. The cable will come out here on the bottom. The scanner will be right here. It's got a spacer so you can smush it flat against whatever you're scanning.
Somebody asked, can you do a Draw My Life?
A lot of people have asked. I don't know. I'm not set on it, but maybe I will. It's been a good life, so. Yeah, I mean, I could make grips on this or something, but honestly, it's not that hard to hold onto a rectangle. How about just some ribs? We'll put some like grip. We won't like make anything too dramatic, but we can put a little bit of ridges on the side here.
Nigel suggested you can make a stabilizer by having ball and connector for a handle.
Oh, that would be cool to connect it to like one of those GoPro camera gyros.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
But I'm not trying to go too crazy. I'm keeping it simple. Let's just put a couple ridges. Boop, boop. And this time I'm not going to pattern the sketch. I'm just going to do the ridge and then pattern that, because it almost crashed my computer last time. Let's maybe make it come out.
What's the craziest thing you've done in your life?
That's a difficult question. I don't know, I went skydiving. I only applied to one college.
Oh my gosh. Well, I did too, so I don't know.
Well, that's not true. The first time around I applied to several, I just didn't get in.
Oh yeah, because you wanted to do aerospace engineering, right?
Yeah, I was debating different majors.
Somebody was saying, looks like Cyclone or Cyclops goggles. Scandalf. Thank you, Andrew.
Okay, so there's one of the ribs. Is that too pointy? I don't think so. It's going to be very small. It looks pointy, but when it's modeled out, you gotta remember when you print things, the nozzle has a certain size, and you can't get pointier than the size of that nozzle. So there's going to be like a 0.4 millimeter round right there. Let's turn that sketch on again, and we'll do it for the case as well. I think it'll look nicer if they line up. No, there we go. I don't know how I made that work, but there we go. So I've got one of these, and now I can pattern it. It's just these two. Select those, create rectangular pattern on the features, the directions we want it to go, like so. Boop. Spacing, it was 1.6 total, so we'll just make it 1.7, I guess, so that they don't. Where'd they go? Why am I not seeing these? Did I do something wrong? Oh no, they showed up. Live streams are exhausting, huh? 100. Uh-oh. Did I go too far? No, it's actually perfect. No, I did go too far. Whoa. Oh lordy. Wait, why is... Oh, I guess I'm accidentally patterning. The feature thing didn't exactly work out the way it was supposed to. So I have to cancel that because of this weird angle. Instead of joining it, I'm going to do it as a new body. And I'll do that for this too. And then I'll copy the bodies and then merge it all together. Which might make my computer crash again.
Fifth String asks, why don't you use user parameters?
Parameters.
Oh gosh. Here I am.
User parameters? I've never heard of that in regards to Fusion 360. Sounds like something I should learn.
And then when you are modeling, are you thinking design-wise or easiness of 3D print ability?
Usually I definitely try to do both. I try to, first and foremost, I do need it to print without supports, generally, if it's something that a lot of people are going to print. Something like this, I don't think anyone else is going to make this because they're not going to have the exact same scanner that I have and so on. So for this one, I'm just trying to be quick. Maybe not the best example, but but yeah, of course, functionality, I want it to be the best possible product, but usually it's possible to do both of those things, to design it as well as possible but also make it 3D printable, although it will change the way things look. Yeah, this is probably definitely the worst way to do this.
And then, do you recommend switching from Solidworks to Fusion 360?
I use Fusion 360 because it's free. If you have, they're so similar that like it doesn't really make a difference. But yeah, I like Fusion 360 because it's free. So we're gonna mirror all of these bodies across this midplane that I made. Oh gosh. Yeah, what have I done? Now I'm gonna have to select all of them individually.
Oh.
Maybe not. Let's see if maybe it'll only combine the ones that it can combine. So this is the target, and then the tool body. Oh, maybe if we just go like, zoop, I think we're good. Let's see what happens. Is it just gonna, oh yeah. That worked. It's all good. Combine again. This will be the target, and then the tool bodies is all the little ridges. There we go. And then I like to turn off all the sketches and construction lines to keep an eye on what it actually looks like. Yeah, alright, very simple. That's all we need. I think this is ready to print A. And we'll print it out on the Zortrax printers again. Cause it works. I guess I should put the name. It's the winning name, it's gonna go on the case.
Then I see educational license on your Fusion 360, so I guess no need to upgrade to Ultimate Fusion 360. Also, have you dabbled into the analysis side of Fusion to see stress in parts?
I haven't done that, but just so you know, all of the educational hobby licenses and startup licenses are the Ultimate version. So, as far as I knew, it's exactly the same, although they just updated and added generative design, which I was really excited to play around with, and I don't have the option, so maybe there's a slight difference. I'll have to contact my connections and see if that's true. Scandalf.
And then somebody said, looks like it could use some feet on the bottom to hold it fixed distance away, so you can slide it.
Well, the thickness of the case is the distance. So basically I can just smush that face flat against whatever surface I'm scanning, and I think that'll work.
Mm-hmm.
Decently. Let's make a nice big heavy font. I think black is actually thicker. Yeah. This is what you guys wanted.
Scandalf.
Scandalf.
Shouldn't it be spelled Scandalf, not Dolph? It's Dalf.
Is it? I'm pretty sure that's how you spelt it in the
Yeah, but
thing.
that was my disclaimer. That would spell something wrong.
I don't know.
Let me look it up.
Pretty sure it's O. But look it up. Easy enough to change.
Yeah, it is Scandalf. Pop.
Oh. Interesting.
You're right, Melanie. Shoot.
Well, I did that intentionally so that I could show you how easy it is to go back and edit it.
How educational.
Boom. Alright, super simple, but there we go.
Thanks. Somebody said I'm an awesome moderator. Woo.
It definitely helps to have you around.
Yeah. I know. No, I'm kidding.
Don't get too sassy now. Alright guys. I'm thinking that I don't have the whole setup again to run up and down to 3D print this. I think we're gonna have to save that for the follow-up video. But thanks for hanging around. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm pretty much gonna wrap it up right now. That was a weird one. I didn't really explain what we were going through because we were too busy just talking about random things. But it was a nice little Q&A session and all that. And who knows, maybe we'll make some changes to this depending on how it works out. But leave me some ideas of what I should scan with this once it's all done. It might be fun to take it out into nature and try to scan textures, like scan some tree bark, scan some grass and flowers, and apply that to 3D models. That's a new concept. Kind of. Not entirely.
I'll do my final face reveal.
Well, I already kind of revealed your face. There she is.
It's me.
Alright. Yeah, I mean, you guys saw me modeling it if you were watching, and basically now we've got that body, which is just a reference. Everything else here, you just select one at a time, right click, save as STL, save it out, and it's good to go.
Bang, bang.
But that's it for now. Thanks for joining. Make sure you're signed up for the giveaways on the last video posted on my channel, because you guys deserve some cool stuff. It was fun. I'll see you next Saturday or Sunday, I guess. And look forward to a competition video, hopefully this Thursday.
I'm just here for the dance video at the end.
No dance video on this one. Sorry. Alright guys. See ya.